Hello. At this point, I'm just gonna sort of go off the cuff, eh? What do you say? So, wow, there's a lot to say, right? There's a lot of people that I've known in the past, basically, that uh, when I confront their liberal minded practices or lifestyles, um, what it comes down to is basically they're hedonist, and I'm basically saying like hedonism is fucked, dude. You literally are exactly what Epstein was. You are more like Epstein than you are not like Epstein. And if anything, if you were in his position, you'd do the exact same thing, and you can't help but admit it. If you're a hedonist, now just about all the festival goer types, hippie types, or whatever, they're hedonists. And they are readily able to admit that they are. What they don't realize is that Epstein was a hedonist and that that is basically what all of the elite are. And so you're just playing into what they want and have groomed you to be, which is a hedonist also, so that when it comes down to it, you're like, huh, maybe they're right. And you've played essentially into their game perfectly because you're not so bright, unfortunately. Now, as far as mothers who will say that I love my kid, I love my kid, my kid is my life, I love my kid. Well, then you probably wouldn't have you shouldn't have had them. If you really loved them, then you wouldn't have had them. And I don't mean you would have had an abortion. I mean you'd have acted right and not had them so that you would be able to have so that the guy who you had them with just ends up and leaving because he's that kind of a piece of shit because you didn't try to find the right mate. You just went after the right dick. And for you didn't give a fuck about what kids would result. You never did. And now that they're here, oh, I love my kid. I love my. No, you don't. You love what they give to you because you're a selfish piece of shit. Period. End of story. Sorry to have to break it to you. Oh, fuck, you're a piece of shit. And you're what's destroying civilization and the world, basically. The whole world has come crumbling down because pieces of shit like yourself keep having kids and no fucks given about how they're raised or who they become or what they become. And then you have the entire population of the United States basically, and for generations, mind you. Now I'm a young man, and I have never voted and never will vote. But all the people that have been so gung ho about the elections, oh my gosh, Obama! I have a hard on for Obama. Oh my gosh, my hard on for Obama. Oh, did you see that? It's my hard on for Obama. And then oh my gosh, President Trump's gonna fucking save the world. And then Biden, who nobody actually voted for, but nonetheless, you basically have a series of people that have been running this country, be it as a president or be it through the Senate or the House of Representatives, whatever. Basically, the entire government's been fucked, and y'all have been totally complicit in this to the point where the wealthy elite motherfuckers who run this country and have ran it into the ground for their own aggrandizement have literally put all of their money onto offshore bank accounts in the most criminal possible way. And our politicians that have been elected, supposedly, have permitted this shit to go on for decades. Decades. And yet, those fucks, the people that we elected, have not been jailed. The fucks that are doing it have not been jailed. Their wealth not been confiscated, even though it's fucking criminal what they've been doing, putting it into offshore bank accounts. even though it's a loophole essentially, but it's criminal activity. You literally, you sycophantic fucks have gotten away with this shit for so long, and it's criminal as fuck, and nobody's done anything about it. Isn't that great? Isn't that fucking wonderful? And then you wonder, and then you have these talking heads on television wondering why there's so many mass shootings. I just can't. It must be that they hate race. It's racism. It's racism. Yeah, right. Meanwhile, our society and culture has devolved to the point where the most popular song that anyone can think of, the best song that anyone can think of, is Cardi B's Wet Ass Pussy. And so we come full circle to the hedonism, right? And I think that that's why the hedonism is pushed so hard, because if you're distracted by sex, you won't worry about things like economic equality or even just economy at all, right? Nobody fucking cares about how badly they're getting fucked economically if all they are thinking about is how badly they want to fuck and who they want to be fucking. And so you end up with a population of children raising children, because these people are mentally retarded who are raising children. And we have an education system that's been propped up to catch all these children who are falling out of these single mothers' wombs into essentially what amounts to a meat grinder for the military or the prison industrial complex or the corporations that have developed to just sort of handle the shitty people that end up being turned out by the education system, and fucking just fix them into some kind of occupation, please. We don't have time for this shit. I'm busy making billions of dollars, okay? Fuck you. And this is our reality. This is a fucking joke. It's a terrible, nightmarish joke, is what it is. And so we either evolve past this shit through various means that I've developed or others, or we go creeping into a fucking dark age where it's going to be a new renaissance for the extremely wealthy and a new serfdom for the rest of us. And we'll have deserved it. We will have deserved it because we will have allowed this shit to exist and to be perpetuated. That's it. Peace.